2 bars. We've got the Florida sunset going on. It's beautiful. Even if we can't really see it. I did get that shot for my thumbnail though, so that was nice. Hi, Donna. I gotta head for the highway. Can't dilly-dally. There's nothing to see in the dark. Hi, Sherry. Hey, Laura. So, there it is. There we go. There's our sunset. I promised y'all sunset. There's sunset. That's the most sunset you're gonna get tonight because this girl is ready to be finished driving. But I still have 4 hours and 27 minutes to go, which puts me in the house at 12:37. Not too bad. I had a fun day at the beach. Hi, Ollie. Got to see some beaches I've never seen before. Absolutely beautiful. I really, really love the Panhandle beaches. I mean, I knew they were nice, but I didn't know they were this nice. Sorry, a little congested lately. Hi, LaDonna. Said Darla. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. And then tomorrow, I have to drive into the interior of Florida and go help Shelly. So, girls' work never ends, and that's okay with me. I greatly enjoy my touring life of beautiful, beautiful Florida. Yeah, I've never been to Hawaii, Holly, but I don't really have a need to go to Hawaii. I mean, aren't some of those beaches like on volcanoes? That sounds dangerous. Even more dangerous than a hurricane. Yeah, not very hospitable. I don't know. I just love my Florida salt life. But I gotta tell you, I also love Texas. Really love Texas. And I can see it will be in my future that I'll be spending more time in Texas. The sand is much more abrasive. Really, in Hawaii, it's more abrasive. Well, we've got some soft, beautiful sand going on in the Florida Panhandle. I was shocked. I had no idea. I thought Siesta Key was as good as it gets. Well, no sorry, Bob. That Destin Beach is world class. All the beaches I saw today were world class. Absolutely stunning. Look at this beautiful sunset situation. So the sun hasn't technically gone down. I saw that sunset's at like 8:30 something, but it looks like it's down. We're getting a nice show. A nice show even before the afterglow. Here's what it looks like driving. It's kind of boring. You know, people think of Florida, I always say, you think it's all beaches? No, it's not. There's a lot of roads like this, and these scrubby pine trees, I love them. To me, that's so Florida. Those scrubby pine trees, and of course the palm trees that are everywhere, and the sugar cane. Yeah, the tall pines are special though. Like, they're just so Florida. They're so Everglades. Even though we're not in the Everglades, I realize that those tall pines are everywhere. I thought they were really mostly the Florida Everglades. I didn't know. They are special. My car says it's getting dark. And Laura is a big fan of Hawaii. She wanted to move there, went there in 1972. Well, didn't that newlywed husband not turn out to be such a great husband after all, Laura? It's okay, girl. We've all been there. My first husband. Yikes. Yeah, unfortunately, some of us have to have a training husband. I was married for 15 years. There was a long training, maybe 16 years, I don't know. Too long to that guy. Well, you know me. I am definitely partial to Florida. I just love it. And I know there's some sketchy places and crazy people, and that's everywhere. You took the wheels off. Good job, Holly. Yeah, you don't want to keep those trainers. Especially when they're trained up bad. When they turn on you. Hey, Deborah. It's starting to get dark. Good old Florida. After this trip to Texas, I'm really actually very excited to do a lot more sightseeing and driving, and I'm excited for my trip up north. So when I go up north, I always stay with friends. I know everybody on my way up there. But it really is nice to see the country and to take the back roads. That really does make a difference in the trip. Yeah, you can get faster on the highway, but that's some tedious driving. When you're on the back roads, it's a little bit easier, especially if it's raining. That's why I took the back roads on my way here. It made it easier. I didn't have to go so fast and pouring down rain. On the other hand, no lights, no other cars. I don't know. Whatever, I survived it. Bus and train tours. Oh, I don't know. I like to have control over my vehicle. But yeah, train tours I can see. I don't know. Bus, it just sounds so... it just doesn't sound good. I guess it depends. There are some nice buses. I get it. I'm just kind of a control freak in that way. I want to listen to my own music, I want to drive my own way. I love driving alone. I'll tell you what. People often will be like, I'll go with you. And I'm like, do you have to? Sorry if you're listening and you've said you wanted to drive somewhere with me and I turned you down. to Grand Canyon by bus. Oh, I love the Grand Canyon. I was only there once, and I really need to go back. And then I start researching women, like older women who are driving their own, like they're living off the grid, they're living in their cars, they're driving around, living in their cars. And I'm like, how do you do that? I think about it so hard and I want to do it, but where do you sleep? You know, like they're saying rest stops, and I can see where that's okay, but what if you're not near a rest stop? Where do you stop? Walmart, they say there's security there. I don't know. It also seems kind of sketchy. What do you guys think about that? Would you do that? I would do it, but I just, I'm always like thinking, well, where would I put the car at night? Well, what parking lot, Laura? I don't know. It's like if you're at the parking lot at a restaurant and then they close and then they're like, who's that car? And you're by yourself. I don't know. It seems a little dangerous, but I really want to do it. I heard that Cracker Barrel is a fine place to park because they own the property. I've been researching it. I've been looking it up, trying to figure it out, see if I could do that. Then I think about, like maybe state parks. I would do that. I would definitely sleep in my car in a state park. I don't know, Holly. I'm never really alone. I always have you guys with me, right? I mean, even now, I'm like really not in the car alone. I have you guys. Oh, look at all the cows. I don't know if you can see, there's cows over there. Yeah. I saw lots of cows in Texas. I saw those Texas Longhorns. Yeah, they're real. That was a real thing I saw. Cows with long, curly horns. They were pretty. Yeah, Linda's riding shotgun. Always. Yeah, perfectly fine and peaceful. I guess just after living a life is being with children or married or boyfriend or whatever, always, that I now really enjoy my alone time. Even though, yes, I take you guys with me everywhere I go, and I love doing that too. But you're not really in the car, and you're not eating in my car, and you're not making a mess, although Darla is, but only virtually. Hi, Susan. I know, cows are so cute. Again, I gotta say, Susan, Alan, and her family are some of the nicest people I've ever met. But I'm not surprised, because the people who follow me, whenever I meet you guys, like 9 times out of 10, you are amazing. And when you're bad, you're really, really bad. But when you're good, you're awesome. Oh my gosh. I've been through the ringer with my friends. Somebody said, don't call us followers. It sounds like we're in a cult. Well, sometimes it does seem like there's a cult going on, the cult of Jill. But it's not a bad cult. It's a cult of happiness. It's a cult of let's have a party, sing and dance, and have a good time, right? Susan's in the cult. Holly's been single for 22 years, usually driving alone. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah, we are friends. Thank you for being a friend. Do-do-do-do. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Do-do-do. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, You would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Alright, I'm singing that horribly. My voice is shot. It's a lot, it's a lot. Anyway, the sky is really pretty. It's almost purple. It turned purple. There were people running everywhere. Tried to run from my destruction. You know, I didn't even care. I wonder why it's all smoky up ahead. Probably the car in front of me is one of those souped up versions. Craziness. Carole King. Oh yeah. When you're down and loaded and you need some loving care and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Thank you, Julie. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Yeah, baby, see you again. Hey, Holly, there is going to be a cult beach trip. Oh, and let's call it that, the cult beach trip. I love it. I love it. Let's do it. Let's have a cult beach trip. I know that Susan and her husband DJ are totally in. I'm hoping that her kids will come too. That would be super fun. Let's have a couple different generations. We love our kids. And I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. Now baby, you've got a friend. So actually that was a James Taylor song first. I don't know who came first, James Taylor or Carole King with that one. But I remember singing that song in camp. It was great. All right, well, 2.5 miles until I hit I-10. So I think this is where the road is going to call me to be totally hands-on and drive in the dark. Yeah, I think it's James Taylor, but you know, who knows? Yeah, that was Carly Simon he got together with. Oh, they made beautiful music together. Too bad they're a couple of libtards. All right, you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on my great adventure to Texas and the great tour of the Gulf of America. I like the Gulf of America. I love the Gulf of America. I love the Gulf of America. I love the Gulf of America. That way I don't have to remember any new words. All right, you guys. I'm going to say ciao for now. And I'll post a quick post on Facebook when I get home, so y'all don't have to worry about me, but you know, I'll be fine because I got the Lord, and I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel. So I'm going to Sarasota right now, and I'm gonna be done with this this trip to Texas. Believe me, I'm going back to Texas someday, and I hope it's someday soon, because I'll tell you what, I love Texas. No, it's not Texas that I love. It's the people. It's the wonderful, wonderful people I met, and the wonderful friends. Not even friends. I literally feel like I met family members in Texas this week. So thank you, Susan, and your husband, DJ. Thank you guys for making me feel literally like one of the family. It was beyond my expectations. I knew it was going to be awesome because everything I do is awesome, but this one, boy, this was a trip for the books. So here we go. We're getting on I-10. And let's do it before that truck. All right, you guys. Ciao for now.